Okay, it looks like we have many of the same people that we had for the mayors. Thank you for being here, and thank you for staying. So for the city council candidates, we have 4 people here and 1 that was unable to be here. So I've numbered the candidates.
How many do we get to vote for?
I don't know.
We get to vote for 3.
Three to vote for, 3 out of the 5.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to start with Archie Garrett, number 1, on my right, your left, I guess. Yeah. Archie D. Garrett is the owner, operator of Wilson's Market. A Bandon native, he graduated from Bandon High School and studied at Lane and Central Oregon Community Colleges. Second candidate, Claudine Hundhausen, has lived in Bandon for 25 years and is retired. She has previously served as president of the Friends of the Bandon Library and on the city council. She has also volunteered for the SMART program in the Bandon School District and for the Bandon Playhouse. Geri Procetto, to my left, candidate number 3, has lived in Bandon since 1995. She has been a member of organizations including the Welcome Club, Red Hat Society, and Toastmasters International, and has been a city councilor since 1996. Gerald Slothower, number 4, on the end, to my left, was appointed to the city council earlier this year. Previously, he chaired the planning commission. The candidate who is not here is Shauna Schmerer. Thank you. I would have asked her, but she's not here. Is the superintendent of the Bandon School District, where she also serves as homeless liaison and civil rights coordinator. She was unable to attend because of a prior commitment out of town and sends her regrets. At this time, we will ask the candidates to provide introductory statements, and we will start with candidate 1.
Hello. Thank you guys for coming. My name is Archie Garrett. As she mentioned before, I own Wilson's Market here in town. I also own Wilson's Market Coos Bay and Bandon Sushi down in Old Town Bandon. I graduated Bandon High School and I have 2 kids, and one's in Bandon School right now, a 10-year-old. I also have a 1-year-old son. So I'm certainly invested in this community with those businesses and those kids. I care about Bandon very much. And I'm immersed in the community. I coach youth sports. I'm a member of the Bandon Lions Club, a member of the Bandon Dunes Golf Club. I'm on the board of directors for the Bandon Chamber of Commerce. And I hope I can bridge the gap between the people in the city council with that immersion in the community. And thank you. I also want to add, thank you so much for the candidates being here as well. There seems that there's been a lot of elections in Bandon history that have ran unopposed. And so just having 4 great candidates here, 1 not here, is a win for Bandon. So thank you guys.
And you 2 will share one mic, and then you 2 will share the mic. Claudine?
Would you like us to stand?
No.
Someone complained because we were all...
I guess if any one person is going to stand, everybody probably should stand. So
It's...
For the camera, it's easier if you sit.
Okay. My husband passed away. I decided to
Hold
stay.
the mic close. Your mic's got to be up.
When my husband passed away 5 years ago, I decided to stay at home and tend to personal business and not seek a 4th term on the council. In the prior 12 years, I joined my fellow councilors in supporting a safer speed on River Road, bringing signage down to eye level on 101 to build a new cheese factory and to get our city shop.
They can't hear you. You better clarify your words to your mouth.
I can't.
Yes,
Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm sorry. I worked on supporting safer road speed on River Road, bringing signage down to a level, I'm not good at this. Bringing signage down to eye level on 101, which looks better and also makes it easier for people to find things. I was active in the effort to purchase the land and build a new cheese factory, and voted to support moving the city shop from the floodplain up out of the danger area where we could have the use of it in an emergency. I have a good basic understanding of how planning should work, and I am very much in favor of that. I'm going totally off my notes, but time's up. I'm a big fan of getting rid of gorse. It's dangerous. Thank you.
Thank you. Geri, number 3.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for coming.
You need the microphone.
You need the mic.
Good evening, everybody. Can you hear me?
No.
Good evening, everybody.
Closer.
Do I have to eat it? As you know, my name is Geri Procetto. My husband John and I moved to Bandon in 1995. And we built a home in 94. We were happily walking down the street one day and I see this guy's got a shirt, Pothole Alley. I said, what is that? He said, the streets have potholes. So I was concerned about that, and I started going to planning commission meetings and city council meetings to find out what was happening. And I became interested in it. And in 1996, I ran as write-in for city council. And I've been on the city council ever since. 2 years after, I'm going no script, but I think it's important you know what I'm talking about. My husband had a stroke 2 years later, but I still continued while he was recovering to stay on city council because I made a commitment to the citizens that I would be available for doing things for the city to improve, because one of the biggest concerns were the gravel streets. Well, a few years later, with urban renewal, we got paved streets. So that was one of the things that I'm real happy about. I've got 30 seconds left. Anyway, I'm running again, and I know we'll have more good times. I'm looking forward to the new housing area we're planning to do with the school district, and also hopefully getting money to upgrade our sewers and our roads. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Slothower, and I've lived here in Bandon for about 12 years, a little over 12 years, and I love living here in Bandon. And as you know, as she mentioned earlier, I was chairman of the Planning Commission, and one of the big things that I helped push through there was new rules on vacation rentals. They used to be pretty loose, and now I think in several times now we've tightened them up and made them more amenable for the town. The other thing that I'm really concerned with, and one of the reasons I want to run, is somehow we need to increase our utility, the income from our utility rates, and this is ridiculous what we pay for it here. It's ridiculously low. But you know, I'm sure everybody here at this table and everybody who's running has an idea of what's best for Bandon, and as I do. and I'm sure that anybody will do a good job. So, but I think I'll do the best. So anyway, thank you.
Okay, we're going to start our questions, and Claudine, number 2, you will be the first one to answer. And the question is, what motivated you to run for city council, and what qualities and skills do you have that would specifically benefit the council and Bandon?
Well, I really like people, and I enjoy hearing the ideas of people who live here and what's important to them. And when I have an opportunity to help someone or to expand the council's consciousness of their concerns, I do that, and I find it very rewarding. What was the...
What qualities or skills do you have that would benefit the council and the residents of Bandon?
I'm stubborn. And I think that that's not entirely a bad thing. We need to carefully consider the changes that we make in town so that we are sure we're going in the right direction. I have heard quite a lot of feedback about planning. If I were elected, I would really like to see that our architectural review board reinstated. I think they could be helpful in guiding people who are building new properties. I don't know about you, but I'm really tired of gray and black. Also, I think that we need to be careful about producing an environment where we're concerned about more money, more money, more money, and what we need to be concerned about is quality of life.
Okay, moving on to candidate number 3. What motivated you to run for city council, and what qualities and skills do you have that would benefit the city council and the residents of Bandon?
Again, as I said earlier, I was motivated because I was concerned about the streets. And I felt real good 4 or 5 years later when it happened. Again, I have to eat. Sorry, folks. I have to follow. Thank you. I did join Toastmasters because I'm not a public speaker, and I'm doing the best I can. But I was 28 years a court reporter, writing and listening. So right now my qualities are, I listen, but I act. And I'm a good listener, and we get together and learn things. And I want to know reasons why things happen. And as I said, I feel that people, of course we have a lot of new people in town that really don't know me, but I do go to other organizational events in town, get to know people and find out why they're happy or unhappy, and then bring it back to the council if there's anything we can do. And I invite them to come to the city council. You'd be surprised how many people have problems with the town, but don't come to let us know. Thank you very much.
Gerald, what motivated you to run for city council, and what qualities and skills do you have that would specifically benefit the council and the residents of Bandon?
One of the things that prompted me to run for city council is that I became aware of, and I mentioned it before, but the deficiency we have in our utilities. Well, we're making it now, but we aren't going to make it for long. And I wanted to do something about that. Also, workforce housing. I mean, when I moved here, you could, a normal person could afford to buy a house. And anymore, it's practically impossible. And so I'm concerned with those two things, and I'd like to try and do something about it. And as a planning commission, all we can do is recommend. As a city councilor, I think I can actually make a difference now.
Moving to Gerald, same question. What motivated you? You got it? That's
Archie.
No problem.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you read the question again for me?
Yes, thank you. What motivated you to run for the city council, and what qualities and skills do you have that would benefit the council and the residents of Bandon?
What motivated me to run for city council? The same thing that motivates me most mornings, my children, number one. Like I said before, I have a one-year-old. Who will probably live here in Bandon at least the next 18 years of his life, if not longer. I also have a 10-year-old who's in the Ocean Crest School. I greatly care about Bandon. I want Bandon to continue to grow while maintaining the small town feel that we all love and enjoy, and that I enjoyed as a kid here in Bandon. I graduated Bandon High School. As far as also on why is I do have the two businesses in Bandon, which I already mentioned, Wilson's Market and Bandon Sushi. So economically, I want Bandon to stay strong. The traits that I believe I have that would help the city council are, one, I'm familiar with the people of Bandon. I see a very wide variety of people every single day with Wilson's and Bandon Sushi and coaching youth sports. I'm totally immersed in this community, and I think I would represent it well. I'm a young man, but I do believe I am very good from learning from others, especially those who have walked this road before me. And so I think I can do a good job of learning from others, and yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, can I add one more thing?
Sure.
I do also have a strong business background, I believe. When I bought Wilson's Market, it was a hole-in-the-wall convenience store. It's got a very successful Mexican deli in there now. We opened up a second location last year, and I've got about 30 employees overall between those three businesses. Thank you.
You started with this question, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to start with you for this next one. And this question has to do with your knowledge about citizen committees and things that go on in the city of Bandon, about taxes, programs, departments, budget committees, property taxes. If you've served on a committee or you've studied any of these, please share.
I'm trying to think, 20 years is a long time to go back on. I can't think of any specific committee I sat on individually. Yes, excuse me, I'm being distracted, and I shouldn't be. I should keep my mind on.
So the question isn't just advisory committees, the question is what knowledge do you have about some of these things that go on in the city?
Well, I know the planning commission is available when people are going to build or remodel. I've never been to a planning commission since I have been a counselor until the last 2 or 3 months, because they're available now by Zoom. But I don't take much of an interest and action in any of the other committees, because I feel that I, as a counselor, should get it through the meetings that we go to with anything that is going on. Maybe that's not the right way to do it, but that's the way I do. I take the hands off on certain things. Thank you.
Okay, Archie, the question again, what knowledge do you have about city programs?
It's Bear, I think it's Bear next.
Yes. Yep. Well, some of them are on the back. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, say who you are and say what you think.
I'm Bear Slothower, and it's kind of an odd question, but actually, one I know a lot about is Planning Commission, since I was on there for almost 8 years, and chairman for half that time. So I know a bit about that. But the other thing that I know something about is getting rules through I was the one that was the original gorse person, starting out when we decided to eradicate gorse, not eradicate, control gorse in the town. You never eradicate an invasive species like that. But, and so I know a lot about that area and about enforcement, because I worked with Richard in, you know, in enforcement. And I don't know much about the other committees and stuff, just that I use the library a lot, and they're very good people down there. Am I missing anything?
Just your thoughts. Okay, next to Archie to answer, what knowledge do you have about the city and the different runnings of the city, the committees, the programs, the departments, the budgets, property taxes?
Was that the same question you asked?
They didn't understand it.
Could you read it one more time? Thank you.
What knowledge do you have, special knowledge do you have about the city? Have you served on committees or studied programs? Do you know about the departments, the budget, the committees, the property taxes?
Yeah, knowledge of the city, like I keep touching on, I'm very immersed with the people of the city. I've got the 2 businesses and kids, and I coach youth sports. I'm also on the Chamber Board of Directors, which is kind of like a committee, and I work well with others. I come from a family of 6, and all my siblings are very different. And so growing up in the world, I really learned to you know, navigate different circles and work well with different types of people. I also, with Bandon Sushi, is a partnership. So I'm a partner with, you know, another individual, and I think I've demonstrated that I can work well with others.
Claudine? What knowledge do you have about specifics of the city, committees, programs that you've worked on or studied, departments, budgets, property taxes?
Well, you can't be on the council for 12 years and not learn. Not only that, but the city has been very good about sending counselors to the League of Oregon Cities for training. And it helps you to think about the things that are important for you to know and how to communicate that information to the people that you know in the community, and how to put it in perspective when you're voting. I think Bandon is one of the most exceptional places I've ever been to, and I really enjoy it here, and I'm very proud of my friends and neighbors that work so hard and care so much and do a great deal of work to make things very pleasant to live here. My mind is racing like you can't imagine tonight. I'm not quite sure why, but I feel that we need to really carefully examine our methods and our quality of life here, and we need to make sure that we put people first, and that we vote for any issue in a very careful and thoughtful way. Thank you.
You started this one, didn't you? Yes. Yes. So this is, we're at the next question, and this would be for you to start, Gerald Bear. And the question is, what is your opinion about the number of vacation rental dwellings in the city?
I said, I've worked extensively with the rules and regulations on vacation rentals, and I'm not a big fan of vacation rentals other than what we have. We have, I think, 65 or 66 vacation rentals in town, which seems to be enough. And with the new rules, they aren't proliferating like they were. And so it's, I think we're right about where we need to be. We have enough so that people can rent, but I don't think there's enough that it's making a huge dent in homes for ordinary people to buy.
Okay, we'll go to the other end. Number 1. What is your opinion about the number of vacation rental dwellings in the city?
I do not have a strong opinion on this yet. I've not been on the planning committee or city council yet. But 1 year ago, I didn't know much about sushi either. And now I believe I can outgrow any of you guys. So I have full confidence that I could educate myself in that and talk to others and make an informed decision.
Claudine?
Thank you.
Number 2. What is your opinion about the number of vacation rental dwellings in the city?
Well, I'm not exactly sure about how I feel about the number, but I can tell you that vacation rental dwellings are empty a great deal of time. And we are spending a lot of city resources in terms of energy to keep those properties properly heated so they don't mold in the wintertime. And I wonder if vacation rentals are really a good solution for providing housing. I'm very much in favor of the lodging industry and professionals who do the work to make sure that our guests are happy when they come and that they want to return here. The mayor and I have had many discussions about vacation rentals, and I certainly hope that we don't have any more than we already have, because the people who live here full-time and occupy a property as their home are the people who care about the schools, who support school levies or that kind of legislation. They're the people who volunteer at the hospital, who volunteer at the school, who help out at the EAT program. So I feel the emphasis should be on people who really live here, and then supporting our very qualified lodging industry. Thank you.
Geri, what is your opinion about the number of vacation rental dwellings in the city?
Thank you for that question. Personally, I think we had,
Bring the phone microphone up.
personally, regarding vacation.
Turn it this way so that you're talking very
Thank you. My personal opinion, and